love you forever.
Why being weird?
I want you to take me out.
Hello, I'm Sophia Jessica, and welcome to the Fan Carpet.
Yeah, great. Okay, so it's wonderful to have you both here. How are you both today?
Good, thank you. Yeah, well.
All right, so if we go back to the beginning, was there a defining moment for you to get into the film industry?
You want to go first, Sarah?
This is you. You started. I was in theatre. You dragged me into film.
Yeah. I don't think it requires the story of how Minnie comes about, but in terms of I just grew up on film and TV. I was an only child. I was quite poorly when I was growing up, so I had some time off of school, and I would just watch films. That was my education, and I thought, wow, could you imagine like making a film or a television series and someone else is watching it, like escaping and getting comfort and loving it all. So that was why I wanted to do it.
I just grew up in the middle of nowhere in a very rural part of England, so I was not au fait with the film industry at all, and met April, and I was producing theatre and went to drama school, and then met April, and that was the first time I'd really ever been on a short film set. I'd done little kind of bits when I was younger, but not really. There's not much happening in Shropshire, Marc.
Okay.
And then met Apes and started producing short films together. But of course, obviously grew up watching amazing films and thinking, wow, what an industry to be in. And then you get into it and you realise it's quite tiring, but you love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been in the industry for 16 years now. So
Great.
Yeah,
I feel like it's stubbornness and endurance, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of, that's for sure.
So for you, coming from theatre, did you find that was a natural progression for you, or more of like jumping in head first?
Oh, I think it was actually the Edinburgh Fringe. I was like producing shows at the Edinburgh Fringe, and that's like a microcosm of the theatre world, I guess. You've got all these amazing like theatre makers, but also reviewers and press and directors and artistic directors, and they're all kind of in one hub, and you end up meeting incredible people, and then it all disappears again, and you're like, oh god, that's the head of, I don't know, Soho Theatre or the Bush. And you kind of realise, we get that a little bit at film festivals as well, don't we, Apes? You know, when you got everyone in one place all together and then they all scatter off and you see what they're up to. But I guess the process is the same, making a product. And then the Edinburgh Fringe, if you've ever been, you know, you just got to try and really, really sell it to any audience. So I think it was that process that was quite interesting, and then realizing how that translates into film. And instead of having a product that's live, that changes every night, you've got, you do all this work, you shoot it, and then it's really about the distribution and how you push it out and get the word out, which April's so good at. She's our marketing queen.
That's the bit I like.
Yeah. I'm more the line producer.
Okay, awesome. All right, so what was it about RoseALove Story that enticed you to get involved?
Well, the project came to us through Jen Sheridan, who's a dear friend.
Yeah.
And we followed Jen's work for a long time. We'd worked with her on a short film, and we just love her to bits, really. And then we read the script, and I just remember how easy it was to read, and read it from like start to finish. Didn't get bored, and had such interesting, complex characters. And we knew that Matt and Sophie, Matt had written it, and we knew they were both on board. So it was kind of reading those wonderful characters that Matt had created with them in mind, and getting really excited about that vision and what he was trying to create. So, yeah.
And as producers, we really like to tell stories that bridge a gap between genres. So it really is a genre gothic piece, but at its heart, it is a love story. So whenever we get told where do our films sit in the market, it's not comfortably, and we like that.
Okay, so what was it specifically about Rose, a love story, that grabbed you when you read the script?
I was going to say, you're going to go, Apes.
No, you go.
I just think that it's a very interesting twist on vampirism. It's like it's not a whole. It's not. It's interesting because it's not like the whole world are vampires, and you don't really know about a lot of what the world is that they live in. But it kind of feels like a very real world with this like edge. So that was what's quite exciting, because it didn't feel like a sort of generic vampire movie. It was like a twist, which is quite fun.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. It's a slow burner, which really gives you time to invest and care about these characters, which I don't think you typically have when you're doing a genre piece, because you always just go, because you're chasing those scares or you're chasing those plot moments, whereas this is a nice steady burn.
Wonderful. All right, so what was it about the real life couple in Sophie and Matt that made you feel that they were perfect for the roles?
Oh, just their chemistry.
Yeah.
It's like they're playing a couple in real life. Honestly, it was like they nailed the scenes. They were instantly emotionally engaged, and it was just, I think, a joy to have them. It was a real, we're really lucky, because they just start from a place so much further along as actors when they're doing those couple scenes. It's great.
And for a logistic way, you say it, we hardly had any time to shoot this. So when you've got that kind of chemistry and you've got a real life couple, you're like, bam, bam, let's move on. You don't need to build anything.
Awesome. Okay. So do you have any memories from filming that will stick with you throughout your careers?
Yeah. April, go on. Tell the one.
I don't think I've told this one in public yet.
I do.
All right. This is a test of how well I can tell it and how quickly I can tell it. We were in deep, dark Wales. There was and it was snowing, and Sarah and I had a real task of firstly, just making anything happen without Wi-Fi. So at the end of every night, I would drive out in this gorgeous rented hatchback, whatever it is, like electric blue truck. I would have to drive 3 miles to then tether to get the phone. And one night I was driving, and a friend of mine was coming back. He had been out there tethering his phone, and then we met and we stopped. And it was so snowy, you just didn't know anything. So I kind of like moved over, we chatted on there, and cool, he drives off, I try to drive off, and I go like that into a snowdrift. So he has to come back. It's like 11:45 now, you're getting up at 5. And the long story short is half the crew come out, we tie it to another car, we're building ramps, we're trying to get it out, and then eventually Big Blue jumps out of the snowdrift like Free Willy. So that will stick with me. That was one of the best.
That was good. I think the lasting memories will forever be April and I producing a film from the roadside 3 miles away from set, trying to get Wi-Fi, and deep snow and ice, and many trucks and vehicles being pulled out of the snow and ice.
And lack of accommodation, so that Sarah and April, the producers of the film, have to share a bed for a month.
And the bedroom had no door. And it was also the production office where people came in and out. It's really glamorous, Marc, the film industry. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, we're now being treated for PTSD.
Oh, it makes it all worth it. It was great.
It does. Yeah, we're raising the finance for our first short film at the moment.
Oh,
so,
good luck. Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Just you wait till you're sharing beds.
Cool. Yeah, it's good. I think it's going to be fun though.
Great.
Do you have any favourite films?
Go on, April. April's favourite's Miss Congeniality when she was younger, and our joint favourite now is Thelma and Louise.
Yeah. And if I have to say a serious answer, The Hours. Absolutely love The Hours as well.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so as producers, are there any other aspects of the film industry that you'd like to pursue?
Interesting question.
Yeah, we haven't. This is
do you mean other departments or roles, or do you mean
yeah, like whether you want to step behind the camera and direct, or do some writing, or like get in front of the camera and do some acting?
Well, we do both act, and April writes as well. So I guess there's quite a variety there, and developing our own work and short films as a company have always been a pitch to features or TV. So our goal is to work with who are now friends and collaborators in the industry to make content that we really care about, and use the ability to make a short film, which, you know, they are easier than making features. They're easier to raise money for, but use them to really focus on developing the big stuff and make content, that matters, or that we really care about, or that we have personal sort of associations with.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what we're doing for our short films. We're using them as a proof of concept.
Exactly.
To make them into features.
Great.
Just raising the finances at the moment.
Great.
And then going locations is the next thing.
Great.
And casting. So yeah, it's all a lot of fun. So, are there any genres that you haven't done yet that you'd like to?
We've basically done.
These are really interesting questions. No one's like.
These are really good. Do you know what's funny is we've done a slate of shorts, and we always talk about this, to specifically hit every genre. So we wanted to test out. We've done LGBT, we've done drama, we've done horror, we've done period dramas, we've done comedy. Yeah, we've done, and it's exactly that. It's like every time we test a new medium. We've never shot on film. That's our next goal. We'd love to shoot on film. Yeah. And we've never done a musical short film. I'd love to do that. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, musicals are all. Sorry?
We haven't done porn. We haven't done porn yet.
That's fine. You can skip that genre. Is there a book that you're a fan of that hasn't been adapted to film or TV or Netflix yet that you'd love to be a part of?
Oh. Well, I don't read, so that one's for you, sir.
Such a good question. I always feel like people buy up the IP of stuff really quickly. That's my worry. Like I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and Reese Witherspoon's making it into. She said they've already got the rights and they're already doing it. And I was like, this would be so good as a film or TV series. I feel like so many books now already they've like brought up. And at the moment I'm reading Michelle Obama's autobiography and a book called Lost Connections, which is like about research into mental health. So I'm actually haven't got any books on the roster at the moment that I think should be made into it. So sadly, not a very good answer to that question. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It was good answer. Yeah. And I'm sure Michelle Obama at some point is going to get a biopic anyway. So.
Well, she's done her doc on Netflix, which is how I heard about her book, and it's a fantastic book. It's like, we really had a sweet spot with the Obamas, didn't we? So gone downhill.
It has indeed. But there should be hope come November for America. But then I can't vote because I'm not American, so you know. There you go.
It's too emotional, Mark. Can't think about it too much.
Yeah. So with the popularity of streaming services like a Netflix, what do you think the future of cinema is?
Oh, do you know what? I read a depressing article today saying that cinemas could close down and be, you know, fast tracked all into VOD because of COVID.
It breaks my heart. I did 5 years at Cineworld when I was at drama school and then coming out of drama school, and I was there for when they were still projecting it on actual film, and we like had projectionists, and then I then saw all of that get wiped out. I saw people lose their jobs, and I thought that was sad enough. And yeah, I just think it's an experience. Yes, it got really expensive to go, but it's still an experience. And if you lose, like, there's a reason why we shoot the way that we do, why we do all the posts as we do, is because it's supposed to be on the big screen.
And I hope, this is my hope for the future, is that people will still crave human connection, still crave wanting to go and do stuff. They still want to go to the theatre. They still want to be present. And I think that cinema will just have to evolve, which it is with places like Picture House and other stuff, where it's like more of an event, you know, so people binge watch stuff at home, and then it will probably only be the bigger stuff that continues to get in cinemas and that can afford to be in cinemas. But it, you know, whether it's the new Marvel film or the other big studio film that comes out, it's like people feel like they go, and it's just
like backyard cinema,
be an event. Yeah. And I think that's how cinema will continue to carry on. I say thrive, but carry on.
Yeah, and there could be an uptick in drive-ins as well.
Yeah, and interactive, you know, cinema, secret cinema is so good for that.
Absolutely. So Rose is finally getting a release. What are you hoping audiences are going to take away from the film when they get a chance to see it?
We've just been asked this question.
We have. I said that they would. So I said that the ending will leave them wanting more, to know more about the world and what happens to the characters. And I think it's just the beginnings of, as I said before, like this world that isn't quite the real world. And I think that's quite an interesting, exciting place to leave it.
And I said that I'd like an audience to leave kind of a bit wide-eyed with a strong exhale, as I remember typing, in the sense that you get all of the tension that a genre horror gothic story gives you, but then your heart's aching for this couple at the same time.
Right. Cool. So in these difficult times, what are you looking forward to getting back to when it's safe to do so? Do you have any projects on the horizon?
I thought you meant just in general. I was going to be like going to a club.
Well, it could be general. Could be general as well.
We've got two shorts
we're chipping away at. Passion projects again. Maybe we can shoot one of those on film, Sarah.
Two features. One with Christian Cook, who we did a short film with, his next feature, and another one with a fantastic writer-director, Nat Lertzima, who we shot another short film with as a bit of proof of concept, and that's an all-female comedy, well, comedy horror. We're not saying comedy horror now, are we? What are we saying, Apes?
It depends.
A dark comedy. She's a fantastic woman, but it's really fun. It's a really fun feature. So they're both quite different. Christian's is a lot more drama, and Nat's is sort of a bit of fun. So yeah, those are our biggies.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I'll leave it there. But thank you so much for joining me today, and congratulations with the premiere coming up on Monday.
Thank Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for talking to us.
No worries. Thanks very much. Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for more content next time.
Rose?
And what did we have for dessert?
I'm here on the largest of the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, with the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea, beautiful mountainous landscape, the thriving city of Palma, quaint little market towns, a growing number of luxury hotels. It's no surprise that the likes of Audrey Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor like to holiday here. So come and join me as I take you round Mallorca.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.